Hey everyone, Sean here, and today in this video, I wanted to give my current thoughts about the current state of things for Genshin Impact, and we just had that 2.2 stream just happened. I did watch it live, quietly. I didn't, record a reaction video or anything like that. It was like 5 in the morning, and it's like one of those long streams that you kind of just see me being very quiet, so it would not have been something not worth making content for, unless it's something like for Smash or something like that, like the final DLC character. Then I'll probably watch that live quietly and try to use my body expression and language to do the reaction. So, but anyways, I digress, and we're definitely here to talk about Genshin Impact, my current feelings, and everything else surrounding 2.2 and all that fun stuff. So, I guess we can start with the anniversary stuff. That's pretty much it. That's all you're gonna get for anniversary. It seems like you're really getting nothing much else other than the 400 gem drops that we got from the mail. And so, I don't think we got the fourth one just yet, at least for Americans anyway. But soon enough we will. But that is pretty much it, and that's like nothing. It's a 10 summon, and 10 summons don't really get you anything unless you're very lucky, of course. That's all the power of gacha. But I guess it helps for the long run, I guess, for a little bit, but it's nothing. It's chump change. They could have done so much more with the anniversary, but it is all disappointing. But I think the reactions for a lot of the people in the community have been very, very just outrageous and ridiculous, to the point where people felt like they had to do the review bombing, not only for Genshin Impact, but for other games as well, which is ridiculous. They've been saying like, oh, we've been censored and our freedom of speech has been taken away from MiHoYo and such, but really, that's all just from blocking all the hate and the negativity and stuff like that over time. Especially now with the anniversary event, it's just been ridiculous. I think that on that part, that's definitely the community's fault. That's no responsibility on MiHoYo. That's just a pure reaction that people kind of gave out from themselves, and I think they look bad doing it. So personally, for me, I am disappointed, but I would never go out my way to just like give. Not even Genshin Impact, a 1-star review or anything like that, because, as disappointing as it is, throughout the journey, you're not here for the anniversary rewards. You're here for, the journey, the game, the experience. What made Genshin Impact good is the journey, getting to the point where we are now, discovering all the things, exploring, and the characters, the world, the beauty of the world, that type of thing that Genshin had to offer. We got to experience that for a free-to-play game, and that is the magic of it, I think, in my opinion. And people seem to just let themselves be blind from the hate for the anniversary event that was like super subpar and dry and disappointing. Yes, I understand, but it felt like those people wanted an excuse, just like a lot of people nowadays with the cancel culture sort of mentality. Want to just have an excuse to get mad and yell at people across the internet with their keyboards, and just get a reason to just yell at things. So MiHoYo is sort of the end of the receiving end of it, and the anniversary event that, yes, they did not do much at all, yes, but that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back type of thing. Throughout the game or the lifetime so far, yes, there have been some apparent faults that MiHoYo has not been fixing over time, like the communication, for example, the feedback of non-Chinese regions or non-Chinese countries and such in areas. It really seems like they're only listening to the Chinese community and the fan base, of course, the Chinese players, and not so much everyone else, especially the US players, the Western audiences and such, like myself. So it really just is unfortunate that it seems that way. I hope things start to change, and there's been stuff going on in China itself, so maybe that'll be the time for MiHoYo to shift their sort of attention and understandings and such to a broader audience and such. So, we haven't gotten that many like updates or buffs or nerfs, anything like that, patches, because I don't know, they just kind of been scrambling to just get more stuff going. They've been trying to get new content out, and I understand that, but there are still fixes that need to be had, and some characters need to get fixed so that they can be on par with the rest of the characters, the rest of the cast. Like Amber, for example, still, Chi-Chi, and so on and so forth. Beidou needs some fixing. Apparently Yoimiya needs some fixing as well. So let's throw that in there, why not? Things like that, all those things factor into, a lot of things that Genshin needs to work on, and they haven't sort of communicated that they're trying to get these things done, or they have considered, or they have seen these complaints and such. That's just another problem too, the lack of communication. They haven't said anything about the anniversary event. They just said, oh, we're not doing much for the anniversary event, please understand, that's that type of thing. They really didn't say anything, honestly. So that's another thing they need to work on as well. We don't know what's going on, so that's why people are kind of thrown into this like confused rage type of thing as well, on top of the wanting to have an excuse to yell at people and such. There's like genuine anger because there's no communication from MiHoYo regarding to these problems and things. So I do understand on those areas, but the whole review bombing thing, that's kind of stupid. It doesn't really help anyone, and yeah, it doesn't really help anything at all. So yeah. So overall, the anniversary event is a disappointment, but that's just it's pretty much how it is. I really don't like to say that, but that's how it'll be for right now. And hopefully next year, next anniversary event or the second anniversary, then that's when MiHoYo can do something about that. But for right now, that's what we're gonna get. So otherwise, there are still things to go forward to in the 2.2 updates. I mean, it's a pretty mundane one, or pretty middle of the road type of update, but there's some content to look forward to, like the sort of the story events featuring Xinyan, surprising enough, and Child of all people. Very weird combination of the two. Xinyan is coming to Inazuma for story reasons. I mean, if you guys play the recent event with the cooking and all that stuff, the moonlight stuff, you kind of get to find out how Xinyan got there, but we'll see. We'll see what the story is behind that, other than wanting to spread, the love for rock music and whatever Xinyan wants to spread for the people of Inazuma. So, but for Child, he is a Fatui harbinger, so maybe he's sort of like picking up the pieces after the events or something like that for Inazuma. But anyway, or he's just bored. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, 2.2 does have that, and the music event as well. The rhythm game, mini game type of thing is coming back with more characters, more music, of course. Most importantly, there are some other cool things too that offer gems and such. But where are the costumes? They haven't done anything, or they haven't said anything about Halloween or October. There is no costume so far. Maybe that'll be announced in the middle of things, the middle of October. But we have not seen much costumes happening since the one with Jean and Barbara. So that's unfortunate. I really do like to see more costumes from this. Hu Tao could have been perfect, with some sort of Halloween costume or Halloween themed costume, but I don't know. I hope to see something from that. But Not gonna try to hold my breath on it for too hard. But oh yes, and plus we're getting a new island, which is Tsurumi Island. Just so it's kind of like this update. It's kind of like a Dragon Spine update. So we have another place to explore, so that's really cool. And the Sakura tree, I think, we'll have a level cap raised, right? So we can go from 30 to 40 or something like that. I think. Don't quote me on that one, but otherwise we have new enemies to look forward to as well with that corrosion effect, which means you're gonna need healers like Barbara to be in your party in order to carry out the abyss or whatever they're gonna have for these new enemies. And then there are some optimization fixes and such that is more for the most part for the teapot stuff, which yeah, I'm okay with that, but I don't go too hard on the teapot stuff. I kind of just do like the minimum so that I can optimize more of my points and stuff like that for the battle pass. And then lastly, of course, the banners that are going to be tying to this event. So we're going to have Child's banner coming back, and also we're going to have Hu Tao's banner going to come back as well. I'm not sure I'm going to roll on any of those ones. I really want to just wait on the new characters like Yai Miko and such like that. I'm pretty sure she's going to be playable. So that's going to be a really fun one to look forward to, if that is all true. But I am pretty confident that she is going to be a playable character. But yeah, otherwise Toma is coming, of course, as a 4-star shield sort of provider with the polearm, of course, with the pyro vision, of course, and he seems to be fun. I think I may do some rolls just to try to get him, but otherwise I will just sit back and wait for the rest of wait for the other banners to sort of pop up and see if that will sort of get my interest going there. But yeah, Toma seems to be fun for a 4-star character who provides shields and who also provides support pyro damage, so that's pretty cool there. And then I think he provides some sort of cool interesting passive, but really other than that, Thomas seems to be pretty cool in his own right. So I'll be sure to try and decide if I would like to roll for any of those banners and try to get Toma along the way. But yeah, we'll see about that. Maybe I'll just do 110 roll. But I'm pretty far into the pity right now, so I'm so afraid I'm gonna like set off something. So I'd rather like go through the 50-50 on Yamiko's banner, the 50-50 pity on her banner. I'm essentially playing with fire, so I don't want to get too close and get burned or anything like that with the 50-50 and waste my pity there, or waste my guaranteed 5-star there, because that could be Yamiko. So that's the thing about these things. So yeah. So we'll see about that. But other than that, that's like pretty much it for 2.2. And then we got that concert, which I did watch a good chunk of it, and it was cool. Just to celebrate the music. I really do like the music for Genshin as well. That's another thing about the game, which is a great music that goes along very well with the exploration experience. But yeah, other than that, I still am going to play the game. Most importantly for me, I understand that people are getting burned out. So a lot of the big content creators for Genshin Impact are kind of falling out or taking a break or just putting the game down altogether. So I don't blame them for it. It really seems like it's hard to sort of be hopeful about the long-term future of Genshin Impact, to see how deep they'll go, if they'll even go that far at all. So these things happen, man. Gacha games can go, come and go. I've had one gacha game in my experience shut down, and it's kind of sad to see. Funny enough, it's one of the Tales games that I kind of like stuck around with for a good while, and then they wanted to shut it down because they wanted to focus on other things. So that could happen. They can always decide to do that and essentially let Genshin Impact go. They've already made enough money, so they could potentially just kick the bucket for Genshin and work on another game, or go back to Honkai Impact or something like that. Maybe. I know there's like different developers for that, but you know what I mean. Like they could go back to Genshin, Honkai, and then or they can go on to make another game to get another explosion of money and such. So make another phenomenon type of thing. But I really do hope they don't. I really like the Genshin experience, the lore, the characters they've been building up so far. You know, it's just it's a really cool game, I think, for a game that follows the mobile game sort of scheme, but still fun no less. And you know, I still do my dailies. I still sort of wait for new content, and we're getting a nice little big sprinkle for this one, for 2.2. That's gonna be coming for the 13th. So, but yeah, overall, I still like the game for what it is. I am disappointed by the anniversary event, and I think 2.2 is all right. You know, that's for the most part. So that's all I got for this video. And yes, I'm still playing it. So I'm not gonna leave the game anytime soon-ish, unless they're just outright say we're done with the game. So, you know, the boys and girls at MiHoYo go straight out say that. I hope not, but it's always possible. So anyways, again, that'll be it. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys, especially if you guys, you know, hit the like and subscribe. That's much appreciated. It really helps out the channel. So if you have any comments, please leave it down below. I love to see how people feel about Genshin Impact right now, and 2.2 as well. That's coming up, and you know, Toma and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's it for my Hawke Talks video for Genshin Impact, the current state of things, 2.2, and etc. etc. So, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sean out.